Good evening and namaste. I'd like to welcome you all here for this Wednesday night meditation. It's wonderful to see you all here. And also want to acknowledge the people that are watching online and welcome you as well. I also want to acknowledge we have a number of Reiki practitioners here tonight, and they will be offering Reiki to those who wish to be a part of that. And if you haven't got a one of the silver or white cords, I don't know what color you would call them, I call them silver, to put on your shoulder, this would be a good time to get one, so they'll know that you wish to receive Reiki. I've just a little bit about me. I've been a part of this church for about 15 years now, and actually part of this Wednesday night meditation for the last 10, on and off. And it's always been an honor and a privilege to be able to participate. Yes, I thought I was being signaled back there. Anyway, so a little bit about what we're going to be doing this evening. I usually do what's called a visualization guided imagery. It's a practice I learned many years ago, and I sort of weave it in with my primary practice, which is medical Qigong. And it's amazing how a lot of these Eastern practices have kind of evolved together. As I was studying, I spent, I don't know, 5 or 6 years with studying with the Chopra Center in yoga and meditation and Ayurveda. And then suddenly I felt this calling to take up medical Qigong, and I learned at that point that it was actually just the Chinese version of almost the same thing. Yet these people had this huge mountain range between the China and and India. They still managed to evolve very similarly in that period of time. So visualization guided imagery is a practice that was developed by a Dr. Martin Rossman, I guess about the same time, about 15 or 20 years ago. And it's a process of quieting the mind and sort of focusing your intent on healing and visualizing that. And then you'd be surprised how much your body actually responds to this practice. Usually when you're in your thinking mind, your mind's just too distracted, you're not focused. And what they found is when you quiet the mind and allow yourself to go into a deeper, quieter space, especially in the silence, you can open up this huge pathway of healing. And so much so that Dr. Rossman right now, last time I checked, in Mill Valley, California, has a center that had something like 40,000 square feet where he practices. So it's very effective, and he's really shown the world a new way of healing, so much so that a lot of the traditional healing centers are actually start paying attention, especially on the West Coast. Anyway, that's kind of what we do, and without any further verbiage, we'll just go right into it. So when you feel comfortable, just allow yourself to relax into your seats and do whatever it is that makes you feel comfortable. Close your eyes, relax. And just listen to your breath. And just begin by noticing the in-breath and the out-breath. And with every in-breath, just feel that energy flowing into your body and into your chest cavity and circulating out to every single cell in your body, healing, nurturing, revitalizing every single part of you. And let every out breath just be a real letting go kind of breath, just a letting go of all the shouldas, the wouldas, the gotta, the have-tos, all that stuff you don't need. Just let all of that go. With your next in-breath, just visualize that you're actually breathing in 1,000,000 trillion particles of energy that somehow these magical bodies of ours know exactly what to do with. And they're going to become your new cells and everything that is part of your body, your skeleton, your skin, everything that is you. And your body just knows just how to do that. It's a miracle in itself that this body that we take for granted and give so little thought to internally can instantaneously know what to do with 1,000,000 billion new particles of energy in every breath. And at the same time, with every out breath, you're also breathing out a like number of particles of everything you don't need. Every part that your body is no longer needing, it knows how to do that. And I would call that a miracle. Just the fact that these human suits that we carry around with us can do all of that, and at the same time make new cells and grow your body and make new hair and new skin and new skeletons and make us a whole new body, almost 95% in just a year. It knows exactly how to do that. Just think about the powerful, powerful source that is orchestrating that amazing show, let's call it. This amazing show that's going on inside of us where hundreds and millions and billions and trillions of parts of us are all functioning in complete, perfect, total communication and all functioning, doing just exactly what they're supposed to do. That's about as miraculous as you can get. So if our bodies build a whole new body for us, at least 95% of one in a year, why can't we just focus more of our energy on transforming that which we call us, me, you, into whatever it is that we want? And if we have anything going on that feels less than the highest aspect of who we really are, maybe we can just focusing our body and whoever is and whatever is running this amazing process, and just help us to maybe improve anything that might be going on that is not exactly who we really are. So let's begin by relaxing our bodies even more. And just begin by noticing the soles of your feet that are planted on the floor. Just notice that before I mentioned your feet, you probably weren't thinking about them at all. But just take a moment and thank your feet for what they do for you all day long. And if there's any part that's not feeling exactly the way it should be, any part that isn't exactly right, just take a little bit of loving compassion from your heart center and just sort of focus that love and attention on the bottoms of your feet. And taking a moment and noticing what that feels like. And now as you continue to breathe, just allow yourself to bring your attention up to your legs. The part of you that connects your body to terra firma and carries you around. And if there's anything going on in either of your legs, just send a little bit more of that loving compassion into that part of you. And just maybe visualize some light traveling down your body and into your legs. Beautiful, healing, wonderful light. Just lighting up the whole lower part of your body. Healing, nurturing, revitalizing everything that's there. Every single cell. And feeling the love and gratitude of the cells in your lower body for what they do. And with your next breath, just feel like you're drawing up energy from Mother Earth through your feet and up into your legs, and now into your lower body, intestinal area, abdominal area, lower back, and noticing if there's anything there that could stand a little more love and compassion, and just allowing your heart center to just focus on sending that compassion, that love into that area, and again, healing and nurturing and revitalizing everything that's there. And noticing what that feels like. And now just allowing that energy that you're drawing up from the earth to come up into your upper cavity, your chest and your shoulders. And just feeling some warmth and love and compassion just starting to radiate into your shoulders and around your neck. Letting go of whatever it is that might be less than the perfection that you really are. And just noticing how that feels. And just allowing that energy to just relax your body. Allowing it to feel loved and cared for It's one of the most important aspects of healing. It's to love and cherish and appreciate this miraculous suit we carry around on planet Earth. And the more we send love and compassion to it, the more it will respond in kind. And with your next breath in, now just allow yourself to visualize yourself in a place that feels really comforting, beautiful, and safe for you. And it can be any place that comes into your mind. A wooded glade, a beach, the mountains. Just allow this to be your special healing space. Everything is totally safe here. Nothing can harm you. No bad things can happen here, only good. And visualize this space filled with the loving, compassionate energy of all that is, that which created and sustains all things. Just notice what it feels like being surrounded with that loving compassion which exceeds all human ability to understand. That perfect love and compassion. You are totally loved, totally cared for. There is nothing to fear. And noticing how that feels. Notice what it's like. How does it feel? Is there a breeze? Do you feel a breeze on your skin? You feel the air on your face? You feel the sunlight? What does it sound like? What would this perfect healing space sound like? Birds, waves breaking on the shore. Allow yourself to just fit right in, to fill yourself right into this space, visualizing yourself totally loved, totally cared for, sitting in a place that is perfectly safe, and noticing how that feels. And now, allow yourself to visualize this infinite intelligence that is us, that organizes our trillions and trillions of cells and atoms and the energy and communication systems and all of that infinite organizational energy that created all things. But since that's very hard to visualize, to get your arms around. Maybe just visualize it as someone or something that you can relate to, that is totally loving, compassionate, all-powerful, can grant your every wish, every concern, can take care of you. It's doing that anyway. It can be an angel, if you're into angels, or maybe a religious figure. Maybe just an embodiment of someone like Gandhi, or someone, a wonderful humanitarian, a miraculous healer. Whatever it is that feels right for you, just visualize that image slowly materializing in your sacred space. And just imagine that you can communicate with this presence. And you can feel free to ask it any questions regarding anything that's going on with you that is either a question you have, or maybe a problem you have, an emotional issue, whatever it is. Just feel free to ask it questions. And imagine that you can understand and it will respond to you. And it may not come as a voice as you might expect, but maybe it'll come as a message somewhere popping up in front of you at a moment when you least expect it. So just take a moment and quietly within your own self, verbalize any concern that you have whatsoever. Either a physical issue or an emotional issue or even an abundance issue. Whatever it is that you feel would help bring you to a better place, a wonderful place. Just take a moment and focus on that. And when it feels right for you, whatever that image looks like, whether it's a health issue or any other issue that you're dealing with at the moment, just allow yourself to create an image of what that might look like. It doesn't have to be correct. It can just be whatever it needs to be for you. It can just be a little Pac-Man face. Who knows, whatever, if they still even have Pac-Man. Just something simple that represent to you whatever it is that is within you that is not your best and highest good. And just realizing that no harm can come to you where you are. Nothing can happen here that is not your highest good. So there's no need to fear this. Just allow it to be what it is, and just sort of set it off to the side in your mind's eye and let it be there. And when it feels right for you, allow yourself now to create a second image. And that image can be whatever the resolution is for whatever this is that is not your highest good. Whatever that looks like to you. If it's a health issue, maybe it's a picture of you in your prime of health. A financial issue, you hit the lottery. Whatever that looks like, there are no wrong images here, just whatever feels right for you. And now, when you have that image, just hold the two images now in front of you. The image of what is less than your highest good, and the other image that is the resolution. Side by side. And just notice which of them seems to be more vivid, more powerful, more intense. And now I wonder if you can just allow within you that same intense, loving, compassionate energy that resides within all of us. Just allow that energy to focus on the resolution. What would that look like? Would you be out doing things you haven't felt like doing for a long time? Just visualize yourself doing the things you really would love to do. No matter what the issue is, visualize yourself doing something that is absolutely, totally fulfilling and joyful. Something that brings you total joy. No matter what that is. And in fact, to just empower that even more, just allow that resolution to transform itself into an image of something you love, something you love more than anything else on this planet. Something you love intensely, perfectly, pure, unadulterated, compassionate love. Unconditional. And just notice as you send that energy of love and compassion to that resolution of that, whatever that is. Notice if you don't notice it getting more intense, maybe glowing, more vivid, more real. And now notice what's happening to the image of what is not your highest good. Is that fading, beginning to fade, becoming less noticeable, shrinking, becoming transparent? Continue to refocus on that energy that it is the resolution. And continue to feel that loving compassion. And maybe we'll just try to amp it up a little bit. Visualize that you have a remote like you use for your television. And there's an up and down button on it. And just mentally visualize yourself pressing that up volume button and seeing that each time you press that button, the up volume, it increases the love and compassion that you are sending to that image that is the resolution to whatever it is that you need. And it's beginning to grow even more and fill out. You can see the little details now. You can feel that energy growing with every loving thought you send. As you do that, just notice the image of whatever it is that isn't you just fading away, fading away, fading away. And as that occurs, allowing yourself to refocus on that energy of the resolution of whatever it was you needed. What are you feeling right now? What are your feelings? Something that was not your highest good is no longer a part of you. And you've transformed that into the highest blessing you've ever experienced in your life. What are you feeling? Joy, gratitude, visualize yourself doing whatever you would do, running, dancing, laughing, experiencing all of that wonderfulness. That's my own word. Wonderfulness. Experience it with all of your senses. Allow it to become part of you. What would it sound like? What would that experience sound like? Fill out the experience as though you're actually living it now. Allowing yourself to be with that in your sacred healing space. and noticing what that feels like. And taking a few moments now to just focus your energy to being in that space with exactly what it is that is the resolution to whatever it was that you needed fixed. Focusing on that experience, feeling it with all of your senses, feeling the compassion, the joy, that comes with that, the gratitude. As you immerse yourself deeper and deeper into that space. These human suits that we wear around perform something in the range of 37 trillion functions per second. Functions that outdistance anything that humanity has ever invented. And yet we know so very little. But there's something inside of me that would call just living and breathing in itself a miracle. So maybe we want to just take this experience to the next level. What is a miracle? It's just something that can't be explained, that you weren't expecting. Yet we have things that no one can explain going on inside of these human suits we wear 37 trillion times per second. Wouldn't you call that a miracle? In fact, you might say that we are living miracles and we don't even realize it. And yet, we just take that for granted. So who's to say that taking a miracle to the next level is any more difficult than creating the miracle in the first place? There are philosophies out there that say that there is no order of difficulty in miracles. They're essentially all the same. A miracle that changes one atom in your body is no different than a miracle that can change the world into a more peaceful and loving place. All we have to do is accept the fact that We deserve a miracle. So let's just think about what we've just done. And think about it in terms of miracles, that we have this infinite number of miracles going on in us and around us all the time. In me, in you, and every person here, and every person on this planet. I've lost track of how many billions of people there are on this planet, but that's a lot of miracles going on. So if we're creating all of these miracles, how difficult is it to take it to the next level? So if you're going to allow a miracle into your life, this is the time. So just visualize whatever you visualize a miracle would look like. Suddenly opening up in front of you. Taking this resolution we've been culturing and nurturing and bringing to existence to a new level. See it waking up like a huge sunburst. And see that expanding. And see that spreading that energy of peace and love and joy out like the ripples from a pond, throwing a stone in a pond and watching the little ripplets go out and create bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger circles, and just visualize that wave that you've created spreading out in all directions around you, filling up this entire community and continuing to fill up this entire state, and then spreading and spreading till it encompasses the entire planet. And visualize peace and love and joy and sustainability spreading through every single person. See nothing but happy faces wherever you look. Visualize every person of every shape, form, description you can imagine, smiling and just being in total peace and love and abundance. Spreading that energy throughout the planet. As we've heard here on so many Sundays, it just takes a few of us to make huge changes. So take this energy while we have it here surrounding us, and visualize sharing that with every single being, however many billions of us there are. And just visualize them happy and caring, and noticing if that doesn't bring some joy to your heart. That tonight we've created energy to change the world. And I'd call that pretty miraculous. Just take a few moments and allow that to sink in. How much a few of us can do. We heal ourselves and we heal the world. and noticing what that feels like. And now coming back to that space where you were just concerned about healing something in your life. Imagine that that has responded in kind and is now part of your life. And now, just allowing yourself to slowly come back to this space. Beginning to notice that little bit of breeze on your face. Your feet in contact with the floor. Slowly noticing your breathing. Beginning to take more noticeable breaths. Allowing yourself to gently move your fingers and your toes. When it feels right for you, you can, if you wish, bring your hands to your heart. Namaste. Thank you all for being with us tonight.